heading to a 10 a.m. Pilates class and I want to leave at 9:30. It takes me around like 16 minutes to get to my studio to make sure I'm like on time and like can get situated. And also I'm traumatized because there was one morning when I was like literally 30 seconds late and they gave my spot away. And so since then I always like to go early to this place. Oh. First time driving in 4 months is about to happen. I'm terrified. Let's see how this goes though. I'm all finished with my class. That was so freaking hard. I'm gonna be doing just like today and maybe tomorrow little fun productive days of my life, having fun on winter break, but like making sure I'm doing stuff and not just sitting at home, because that's what I've been doing the past 2 days, which is why I was like, I need to film and then maybe it'll inspire me to do some actually interesting stuff. I got back from USC for winter break 2 days ago. For the past 2 days, I've literally just been sat in my bed doing absolutely nothing for 12 hours and then just going to sleep as early as I can because I'm so bored. I'm so glad that I can just like rest after finals, because finals, okay, first thing that I wanted to make sure that I did this break was go back to my normal Pilates studio. For context, I started doing Pilates way back this year in maybe like January, February in LA at the studio. It was like pretty good. I was going really inconsistently, like maybe like once every like 2-3 weeks, just like sporadically whenever I kind of felt like it. Obviously did not really see results like in that time. If you don't do something consistently, obviously you're not going to see results. So in the summer, I was like honestly in just like a shit mental headspace with how I felt in my own body, with like even my health, because I was sick the entire year. But especially in my second semester, I was so ridiculously sick. I had this one acute sinusitis or something, this like crazy sinus infection that like lasted for like a good 4 or 5 months. If you don't feel good on the inside, then you're not going to look the best on the outside. I had an amazing year in my freshman year. I had an amazing year, but obviously there were some things that kind of just like took a hit to my mental health. I finished the school year in like a great position for myself, and I finally got better because I got referred to an ENT like specialist who specializes in that kind of thing, and it wasn't just like some crappy doctor from my school, because I went to the doctor 3 times and they did nothing to help me until the 3rd time when they finally referred me somewhere. And then that was when I finally got like steroids, antibiotics, all the things that I needed to like finally clear out my system. And it was so amazing, and I was so grateful that I finally got that sorted out, because I went to Sydney, Australia for a study abroad class, and if I had gotten on that flight, which was like 15 hours with plugged stuff, I could have ruptured an eardrum or something really crazy could have happened. Anyway, over the summer I wasn't working. The big thing is that I really wanted to get back on track with like just like my fitness and working out and just kind of getting back into shape, because I didn't really work out that much second semester. So I was going to this Pilates studio that I just went to like all the time. I was going like 4 times a week, and I did around 40 classes by the end of the summer, which is quite a lot for like 2.5 months of time. And I ended up really loving it. I loved the instructors that were there. I just loved like the atmosphere of the studio. The way that they like guide and teach the classes is really like motivating and just like encouraging. And I love the different moves that they put in, because obviously like doing a workout class like that all the time can get kind of stale after a while, but they made it very interesting because every instructor kind of has their own style. And so I looked forward to like going to different instructors throughout the week and kind of like, you know, just being able to do different things with each of them. Obviously I don't live in Vancouver during the school year, so I went back to LA. I went back to the studio that I used to do Pilates at when I first started in like January. And immediately right away, I was like, this is just not the same. Like, it doesn't feel the same. It just took time for me to find the instructors whose style I really enjoyed going to. I think I found like a solid 3 instructors whose classes like I consistently go to and who I consistently know I'm going to enjoy their class. If you've ever taken like a Legree Pilates class, you kind of just know that sometimes a class can just be like really bad. Like honestly, just like really poorly taught. You're in moves for too long, or like the routine doesn't flow nicely. But yeah, trial and error, and now I have like a good solid 3 instructors that I go to, and I get like an 8 class package per month. So yeah, I do like twice a week. The only thing is that yeah, I would obviously love to go more, but I don't have a car in LA, so I Uber to class. Coming back here, I was so excited to just like get back in my car, get back into going to Pilates again here, and this class was great. This instructor is one of my favorite instructors that I used to go to in the summer. Her classes are really hard, they flow really great. She's been teaching the degree for like 7 years, I think, so she knows what she's doing. I only did like a 5-class pack because my break's only like 2.5 weeks, which is crazy short. It was just because my finals ended later, and then I actually have to be back earlier, like way earlier, because for those of you who know, I'm in a sorority, and so I have to rush girls in the spring because our formal recruitment is in the spring. So I have to be back early for work week, and then also to just like rush the girls because our rush starts before class even starts. I'm going to head over to 4th, which is where there's a lot of like shopping in Vancouver, and I'm going to shop for my dad because I have Christmas gifts for my mom and my brother, but I don't have anything for my dad. So I'm gonna go to a couple different places. I also need to get a gift card for like my little cousin. So I might go to Urban for that. Oh my god, I also need to get a gift for my aunt. I just showered and I'm gonna blow dry my hair. I'm going to get a pelvic ultrasound in an hour, and then I'm going to dinner with my mom and my aunt. It's 8 a.m. I'm going to Pilates with my mom. It's not the same studio that I go to. It's like a different studio that she likes to go to. It's Reformer Pilates, not Legree, so it's different from the Pilates I normally do. I'm curious to see how it compares. I'm tired, but not too tired. Actually, I slept pretty early last night. I slept at like 11:15. I was calling my boyfriend because it was our 6-month anniversary yesterday, but the time difference is 2 hours ahead. Yesterday, like, he was about to fall asleep, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to sleep too. So I went to sleep really early, and now we're up at the same time. How great is that? But yeah, I'm excited to see how this class is gonna be. It's 50 minutes, which is like low-key long. My Legree classes here are 40 minutes, but then in LA they're 45. Today is a very fun day. My mom and I are doing a lot of fun stuff together today. Let's get ready for the day. My mom and I are going downtown together, and we're going shopping, and also we're going to afternoon tea. Whenever I come back now for like break, my mom and I always go to afternoon tea. I haven't put makeup on my face in probably like 3 weeks, honestly, like before finals. So obviously I haven't posted in like, and that's probably the little baby elephant in the room. I think the reason why I haven't posted as consistently in the past 1.5 years, obviously, I went to college, and I think that when it comes to going to college, you're making a lot of new friends, you're living with roommates, you're constantly around people way more than you are in high school. At least for me, in high school, I was like, if you watch my videos in high school, you would know that I was kind of like alone all the time throughout the week, like after school. So that was like the time that I would vlog for you guys and like film me studying and whatever. But now that I'm in college, things are so different. I feel like it was a big adjustment for me to get used to living with roommates and trying to film with roommates. Not that it was like a big issue, it just felt less natural for me to like whip out a camera and start filming and like talking. And I feel like so just naturally I kind of wasn't filming as much. In high school, you know your friends for like years. My friends in high school were a lot more like well versed with like me doing social media, and so I feel like it was a lot more natural for them to be in my videos. I think that now that I'm in college and you're really starting new, meeting all new people, these people know nothing about you. Like, you're starting completely from scratch. It didn't necessarily like roll off the tongue naturally for me to be like, oh, I made YouTube videos in high school, by the way. And I want to make it very clear, I'm not in any way like hiding it from people, trying to keep it a secret. That's like not even close to what it is. It's just not something that I feel like comes up organically. It's kind of how I've always been with it. I feel like I just keep it very low-key, not because I'm trying to be secretive about it. I feel like it's just a little bit awkward, honestly, to bring up. I feel like a big part of college, like adjusting to college life and stuff, has been very internal, and it has to do a lot with like personal life stuff, because you're just kind of like making new friends and having all these new experiences. You're really just trying to like figure out how to do life alone, and I feel like that's just not the kind of thing that I wanted to like be vlogging about. And then towards like the second half of the year, is when I started dating my boyfriend who I'm now with. So that's, again, like a lot of like personal stuff. So all these things that have kind of been going on in my life that I feel like are just things that I'm not really trying to like share with like the internet. And also like this semester was just really busy. I was taking harder classes and I was having like a really messy living situation. I was living in a hotel for the first bit of this semester because the apartment that I was supposed to move into wasn't ready yet. I ended up breaking my lease and had to move into another apartment. Once the year had already started, I think I'm in a better place now to like focus more on content. I'm gonna be kind of in the midst of like recruiting for jobs, attempting to in the spring. That's kind of where I'm at. And I really appreciate any of you who are watching this, those of you who are still left, for sticking around and just like being patient with me. But anyways, this morning I had a good little Pilates class with my mom. It reminded me a lot more of like a yoga class. There was a lot more stretching involved. In Legree, you're getting your heart rate up like crazy, but not so much in this. It's a lot more low intensity. I also have a dentist appointment before I go shopping. I didn't even say that. Oh my god, my makeup's gonna get ruined. The last time that I went to this dentist, it ended with me throwing up on the side of the road. I'm being for real. It was mostly my fault, but like also not really. It was my first time going to this dentist, so I wasn't really like familiar with the routine of stuff that they like get you to do when they clean your teeth. So this woman handed me this cup of, I was assuming it was like mouthwash. So she handed it to me, didn't say anything. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I gargle with it and I spit it back into the cup. She gave me the funniest look. I was like, what? She looked at me very funny and I was like, oh, am I supposed to like swallow this? And she was like, yeah. I literally, this is so humiliating. I swallow my own, like, gargled up, it was fluoride, I found out afterwards. And so I swallow it, and then she gives me another funny look, and I was like, wait, did you just swallow that? And I was like, you just told me to. And this woman was like, oh, I misunderstood what you said. And I was literally sitting there like, and she was like, I think it'll be fine, like, it was only a small amount. I go to my car. I've never felt so ill in my entire life. I literally was like sitting there in my seat and I was like, it wasn't just like a nauseous, like I'd been like poisoned ill. I'm driving my car, I can like barely see straight. I get a plastic bag and I put it in between my legs as like a vomit bag, and I was like, I need to get home. Luckily I don't live far from this dentist, but I was like, okay, I can make it home, like it's like a quick drive. I make it half a block out of the dentist's office. I pulled over on the side of the road. I'm literally parked in front of a church. I get out of my car, I'm on the grass, on the floor, on the grass, throwing up. A traumatizing experience. I had this picture of me just sat on the side of the road. Safe to say I learned my lesson. I'm gonna pick an outfit. I don't know what I'm gonna wear, but I wanna wear something nice. Can I get an adult Happy Meal? I got my mom her adult Happy Meal. I usually like... Thank you.
Hamburgers inside.
Also, I don't even think that I showed you guys this, but this is the cute little sports bra that I got at Lululemon a couple days ago. I love this style of bra and the color is just like perfect. I love dark brown clothes and I think this is just like such a cute like winter color.